Hey guys, welcome to Punky's World. I'm back from the doctor. Boy, do I have a lot to unpack. In my brain. More than anything else. Okay. It looks like that nasty headache that I had that lasted a few seconds was probably from all of this. From a squeezed nerve. I have to have major surgery. Like, major surgery around October. So yeah, I will probably be doing videos on this channel to some degree, maybe one a day, just updating you on what's going on, and so that I can keep sort of a video diary for myself of all of it, plus it will be written in my diary. I actually, there we go, sorry, really liked Dr. Stuff. Did I write down? My brain was in the MRI, that part of my brain. So the side to the back, like right in here. So he wasn't worried about that at all. That headache was probably part of the impingement of the nerves. He probably has heard that before. It's really the only time it's ever happened that's ever been, anything that bad. So yeah, they weren't terribly worried about it, which made me feel so much better. And let me try to explain this. I have 2 discs that are coming out. Then they fuse the vertebra together. So I'll have C3 and 4 and C6 and 7, I think he said. And then he was going to leave, I forget which discs he said, but I mean which, the vertebrae are going to be fused on 2 levels. 2 levels. So these 2 and these 2. And the discs are going to be gone. So my spinal cord will be protected, but also unimpinged, which he said is what's causing the tingling, the weakness. He also said I do have increased spasticity in the left side from my CP. It was good for him to be able to, in his mind, separate my CP from, the degeneration of my neck. I did have regular x-rays today to check the bones, and also a CAT scan is being scheduled to check the bones, to determine whether he goes in through the front, which is kind of the way they do it now, or has to go in through the back because there's bone in the area he needs to deal with. So I took notes, but I didn't write which vertebra. I know it's 3 and 4. I'm pretty sure. Three and 4, 5 and 6, and then leaving something like that. Yeah. I'm hoping he can go through the front because that's the normal way of doing it. I think through the back is a bigger surgery. I could be wrong, but I think it's bigger in terms of the cut. I mean, the cut in the front's going to be pretty big, but hey, I already got these. Actually, that one's looking good. This mess right here, so what difference does it make? And that's what I told him. I said, I've already got this. Well, what's that from? And he made sure I didn't have any radiation to my neck to make sure that there wasn't too much scar tissue. There shouldn't be. Oh, crap. That's the same side. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. He's going to go through. He's going to have to go through that. He ain't going to have a choice. Great. More leaking. I hope not. Anyway, oh, that lymph node isn't there anymore. But yeah, he'll come down here. That's where they do it. Those scars are almost invisible by later on. I've seen a lot of wrestlers that have had it. And I told him that. I said, I'm a fan of professional wrestling, so I've seen about this procedure, and I know that it's a very common procedure. He said, oh yeah. I said, we do it routinely. So, but he can't get to me for about 2 months. So that's about October. So I do need to make a video for Kid Missing, kind of explaining that I won't be making videos on that channel, whatever month I have it, after the surgery, for probably 6 or 8 weeks after. Because I won't be able to sit there and write the shows. I won't be able to do it. So, oh, prayers please, prayers please. It's scary. At least it's a couple months away, and I have time to let it settle in. It's awful. So, but I kind of knew that's what they would do. I have enough intelligence in the area to be dangerous. So I knew that's what they would do. That really is the curative measure. And it's not a surgery that's life-threatening so much as it can be threatening to your, walking. If they take your spinal cord and, hello, you are now a quadriplegic, that can happen, but it's unlikely. They do this all the time with very little issue. So, and I will be in the hospital for a couple of days. I will vlog from there, depending on how medicated I am after the surgery. I can't be any worse pain than some of my other surgeries that I've had. So yeah, I'm having neck fusion on 2 levels. So, which is also not unusual to have it on 2 levels. It's a lot to take in, It was funny, the student came in, he had me stand on my toes, and then he had me try to stand on my heels. I could not get my brain to tell my body to do that. I couldn't make it work. He discovered that there's more spasticity on my left side. Actually, than my right side. It's too much extra jiggle, which is something my doctor noticed as well. And because there's a lot of spasticity, evidently, more than I realized on the left side. I'm going to have my aide is going to have more hours. I'm going to have a home health aide of some sort. I'm going to have OT. A lot is going to happen. So it's going to be a process, a recovery process. I'm going to have to wear a neck brace, which doesn't sound like fun, but you know what? I mean, basically, your chin right there, not move it. Move your whole body, which I'm kind of used to doing anyway, because I don't have any peripheral vision, so I'm kind of used to moving my whole body. But I also have a neck I can move, which I can't do in that case. So, yeah, I've got a lot to think about. My first thought was yikes in capital letters with an exclamation point. That's a lot. Like I said, I know they do a ton now, and that makes me more comfortable, The idea of wearing a neck brace, not so much. But it is what it is. So, yeah. So, yeah. That's not going to be fun. I can do it, and I will do it. Wear the neck brace for 6 weeks. So, I will talk to Amy. Not today because I think it's 3:30. She might still be there, and see what we can do about having her come out to give Diane more hours temporarily. So, yeah. I have my faith. I'm gonna miss a bunch of Bible study this fall. It is what it is. I have but she's gonna need more hours for cooking and stuff. So I'm gonna call Amy, see if I can figure out when she wants to come out and talk about that. Surgery should be sometime in October. We're gonna schedule it when I go back after I have the CAT scan, which looks at bones better because it's more like an x-ray. Plus I had the x-ray. He's being very thorough before surgery, and I appreciate that. That actually makes me feel better. He does not want to go into this blind, and I appreciate that. So, wow. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. I know I can do this. With the Lord and the wonderful people around me, I can do this. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Please consider hyping and subscribing. Bye, guys.